Good morning, campers. I hope you had an amazing Valentine's Day. I just wanted to remind you that love is a vibration. I don't care what anyone says, love is something that we carry within. And Valentine's Day to me is to celebrate love, whether you are single or you are with someone, or even when you're heartbroken, to truly celebrate love. Because true love is unconditional, is pure. True love is peace. And whoever ever says that love hurts, oh, that song, Love Hurts, or that love is pain, it's because it's the shadows. It's not love. It has nothing to do with love. It's the shadows of people who are involved in a relationship. It's the blockages, the traumas. Love does not hurt. True love is peace, and true love lasts, and true love asks for nothing. So even if you're not with your person, because at that given moment of time, they're not choosing you, they're choosing something else or someone else, it should not affect the depth of your love and whether you love them or not, because true love is unconditional. There's no condition to that love. Whether you choose me or you don't, I love you forever. If you are my soul tie, if you are my soul connection. So if you are feeling a little bit down, if you're feeling a little bit of pain and you think it's because of love, heal. Do shadow work. Dive deeper into what's truly causing that distress and that pain, because I promise you, it is not love. All right, let's do a reading. I want to start today from how is this collective feeling, so you can tie to this message. We're going to dive into your energy. We're going to do some oracles and then we're going to do tarot. How are you feeling? What's surrounding you? What's going on with you, with your emotion in your life? And then we're going to tap into where do you stand in your connection and where does your person stand in that connection. I feel that's what this collective needs. I was sensing a little bit of sacral chakra blockage, like this feeling of fear and shame of being authentic self, authentic you. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. We have reflection. Let me pull a couple more. They're not wanting to come out, which is always, I always say this, which is always a sign. It's like you're not wanting to share your energy. You're not wanting someone to know how you're feeling. We have reflection. That's your first card. So maybe this collective, you have been doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of that inner work, right? That really focusing on, why am I feeling like that? Maybe, it just came to my mind that you realize that everything external is just a mirror. Every relationship, every situation, every pattern, everything that's going on externally, it's always just a reflection of what we need to heal and what's going on within us. So maybe whatever triggers you right now, you're really trying to reflect and really trying to contemplate on it. We have consciousness, which is confirmation. So maybe you're trying to be more conscious, more self-conscious of your actions, your reactions. How are you presenting? How are you reacting to triggers? Maybe I'm hearing also some self-control. And we have a disruption. I think there is still something that is not allowing you to properly see that reflection, to properly be 100% conscious of yourself. There's something, there's a shadow, there's a blockage. Let's see, let's do a couple more. And we will do tarot. We have frustration. That's on top of that reflection. I feel this collective, I don't feel you are sitting. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I don't think you're sitting strongly in an emotion of frustration. I think you're trying to understand it from a perspective of the past. So maybe in the past, there are certain things that would make you frustrated, that would make you very triggered, that would make you very angry. And you were just one of those people, like most people, that you would just blame others, blame the situation, blame the other person that triggered you. And now it's like you're really focusing on that mirror work, that reflection. So maybe you are aware that what I said, that everything is just showing us what's within us. A person who is healed, yes, we're going to have emotion, yes, we're going to get momentarily triggered, but emotion, when it comes naturally, it lasts literally a couple of minutes. It should dissipate, it should disappear, it should get integrated, right? And we should let it go. And then yes, we can be left with a thought, with a contemplation, with that consciousness of what just happened, why did I get triggered, what is it that still triggers me. And there's some things that, you know, we feel strongly about, and they will always trigger us. But if you're really sitting in an emotion for hours, days, or months, be it anger, frustration, heartbreak, whatever that is, it means that there's something within you, that the emotion is trying you. Ideation, beautiful. That's on top of that consciousness. We have a lot of red and orange, so maybe there are some blockages around your bottom chakras, your physical chakras, roots, sacral. Let's do one more, and then we're gonna properly tap into your energy with tarot. Hold on, too many. One more. Oh, okay. Faith at the bottom of the deck, faith and determination at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. And we also have sweetness, and it made me think of that love and that Valentine's Day. So maybe there's something that was triggered within you yesterday, but it's like you have the faith and you have the determination, but those are at the bottom of the deck. What came through is this. That's on top of that disruption. I want to pull one more for that disruption and that ghost. Maybe this is something that is blocking you. Maybe you're there's someone, it's like you've ghosted your person, you ignored your person in the past, you've disappeared from your person's life, and now you're fully like sitting on this emotion, trying to understand. Anger. Maybe you're angry with yourself. Maybe maybe now you're trying to understand, why did it happen? It also just came to my mind with all that reflection. I feel like this collective, you're reflecting and you're trying to have self-consciousness when it comes to consciousness, when it comes to your daily life, how you act and what you do on a daily basis. But maybe there's still a little bit of disruption when it comes to things that happen with your person, right? So maybe you've ghosted this person. And that is something that you still cannot understand. Why did I do this? Why am I acting like this? Maybe you're trying to use that as a reflection, but there's still something within you. And with that anger is explains the ghost. What I'm hearing is that last time when you treated your person like this, when you ghosted, when you disappeared, I'm sensing that it caused a lot of anger within you. I'm really feeling this anger. It's like this it's like you've done it, right? Maybe there was a trigger that pushed you to do that, and you don't fully yet understand that trigger. You're trying to understand, you're trying to, you know, reflect, you're trying to be self-conscious. With that ideation, I'm hearing brainstorm. So maybe you're actually, I just saw someone like journaling and taking notes. So maybe you're very thorough, and actually when you're doing that conscious reflection and mirror work and self-work and shadow work, maybe you're actually taking notes of things that you need to work on and trying to like connect the dots. But I think this collective, when you would have ghosted your person for the last time, it's like you felt a lot of anger. It's like this frustration kind of anger with yourself. It's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't want to do this. But maybe that was your breaking point. I just saw that from a different deck, my oracle, that breaking point card. It's like this anger that like you literally want to just like throw plates, you know, at your wall. Maybe that's something that you did, that you actually were in the kitchen, you were thinking about this, and you just took a plate and like bam, you just smashed it over a wall or a floor or whatever that is. But I'm sensing like this anger. It's like you've done it, but at that moment it made you really angry with yourself, angry with your, but it was needed. I feel this was, for this collective, this was your breaking point. Let's see. let's see what's your energy, what's surrounding you right now. Tap into your energy in tarot. How is this collective feeling? Let's do 4 as your first row. When is this cough going to go away? Oh my gosh. Did it flip? No. All right, 2 more for your first row. How is this collective feeling? What's the emotion? What's going on? One more. They're all face down with exception of 3 of Swords. Okay. All right, so your first card. Nice. Oh my God, nice. I did not expect this. Okay, okay. Hierophant. That is your opening card. You know what I always say? When we have a masculine collective, this is what we want to see. You want to be in your Hierophant. This is mature energy. This is true, divine, masculine. This is above the Emperor. This is peace. This is stability. This is security. This is beautiful energy. I feel like we also have 9 of Cups and we have 9 of Pentacles. 2 nines, right? Energy of completion, energy of closing cycles, energy of maybe you are approaching a close of your cycle, your 2-year cycle, or a cycle of you going through certain shadow, certain thing, trying to work through it. So how this collective you would be feeling? I feel you would be really, maybe for the first time in your life, I'm hearing in a place of peace. So certain things are happening and you're finding yourself reacting differently to those things as you would have in the past. I feel this collective, you really have built emotional stability within you. Am I saying you're like 100% there? No, and I'll tell you why in a moment. There are still some disruptions, still blockages, but I always say this, we heal all our life. For 95% of people, 99 even, or even 99,999, that there's going to be some people that will truly reach that enlightenment within no time, because this is their path. But for most of us, we come here to walk through that process. It's the beauty of the process. Dharma, it's about the journey, not about the destination. It's about conquering things with effort. We actually like that as souls, whether we want to believe that in a human body or not. But I feel like you've built some sort of a peace in your life. So maybe something has happened recently for this collective, and you found yourself thinking, man, if it happened like 6 months ago or a year ago or years ago, I would have reacted differently. I really done some work. I really found some peace. I have it in me to not get triggered every single time something happens, right? I feel like this collective, you would also be focusing on yourself, on that self-work. Also with that, what we had, remember that reflection, that mirror work, that shadow work, trying to understand your frustrations, trying to understand your triggers, trying to be more conscious, more self-aware. I think you would be focusing on self-work, self-love, self-value, creating everything within. So maybe that's something that you're doing consciously. Maybe you've heard me or someone say all the time that the journey of healing and a journey of life is about finding out that everything exists internally, right? That love, that peace. It's not about situation. It's not about our environment. It's not 202 on a timer. Maybe that's significant. That balance, right? Maybe you're seeing a lot of 2s recently. It's just this balance. It's just this understanding that if I want love, if I want peace, if I want stability, I have to create all this within me. I have to be that I have to understand that self-value, that abundance, I have to have it within me, because I can never control what's happening externally. So this would be a theme for this person, working on yourself, working also maybe on your abundance, maybe on, your financial, your life. I'm seeing someone trying to organize their life, right? So maybe it's like you've been working on your life internally and externally. So internally, understand your triggers, understand your pains, but externally also to get more routine, more stability. Maybe you're someone that in the past you really feared stability, and you would think that stability and routine, it's for boring old people, and now you understand that it actually, how you organize your external life, be it how you clean your house, be it how, organize. I'm seeing someone, for whatever reason, like organizing their closet. So maybe you've always been like a quite messy person, and you would say that you're so busy, you have a lot of work, your life is a mess, so externally it's a mess, and you would have like this pile of clothes that you would just shove into your closet. And now you're really trying to organize. It's like you find yourself getting up in the morning to have a nice breakfast, to maybe go to the gym every now and then, to do something for yourself, to do something for your body. I'm also sensing the strong vibe of trying to surround yourself with peace. So maybe you find that the more you actually organize your external life, clean your bedroom, organize your clothes, you find that it helps to feel that peace within, which is actually true. And with that nine of cups, I feel this collective, you would also be focusing on just being happy, on understanding that I have the right to do things that bring me joy, which is beautiful. I have the right to find happiness, to find fulfillment. But that's really beautiful energy, right? So that would be your theme, feeling peaceful, finding yourself internally and externally, more structured life, more abundant life, more peaceful life, more fulfilled life. But there is this heartbreak. That's your second card. So there's still something that I'm sensing, this energy, that it's like if you would look like years back, your life was a mess, and there was a moment in your life you tried to organize it, and you put your attention on yourself, on your very divine journey, right? On yourself, on your fulfillment, on your work, on your abundance, on your external world, on your internal world, leaving that biggest issue for dessert. That heartbreak. So you would still be, despite the fact that it's really nice energy, you're sitting in a peaceful energy, in a fulfilled energy, abundant energy, there is a heartbreak still that you haven't healed. There's something within. Maybe it's more than just your person. I'm hearing. Maybe there's grief within your heart of things and people that were lost in your life. Let's see, let's do another row. But so far so good. I'm really liking this energy. I am feeling a little bit of pain, a little bit of heaviness with that Three of Swords. That's something that, they're calling you to start addressing now. We have Seven of Pentacles. Let me do another row. You would now be understanding that certain things take time, right? Because you're sitting in this Hierophant, 555 on the timer, you completely change your mindset, this person. If you would look back 6 months back, 1 year back, and I always say this, whoever is in doubt whether you are on a divine journey or not, my number one indication, my number one advice always, and all the gurus who's been through this journey that helped me through this, right? And they're there, the other side of the bridge. We always say this, how you look back. If 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago you were the same person, you are not on a journey. Whether you know it or not, divine masculine, divine feminine, we follow a different journey, but it's always growth, because your twin triggers the biggest growth within you, the biggest need for growth. It's subconscious, it's without you knowing. Sometimes on a daily basis you don't see it, but every time you look back, like I said, 4, 6 months, you're a different person. Every time you're doing better. Every cycle you're learning, right? You're progressing. And it's like this collective, you now understand that certain things take time. Certain things take time to heal, take time to ground. Building that peace within, that stability within takes time. Maybe you're someone who is very reckless, was very impatient, and now you've understood that sometimes we have to plant that seed, right? And we have Page of Swords. That's on top of that. That Three of Swords. There are certain things that we have to plant the seed and wait. That we have to put in effort, put in work, and just allow, time and the world and the destiny to do its thing. We have the Devil. I'm hearing something specific. Let me do one more. I think that heartbreak, and we have two of swords. Queen of Pentacles. It's funny, we had King of Pentacles previously at the bottom of the deck. Now we have Queen. Counterparts, the best counterparts we want to see. Mature, abundant, hardworking, those that understand that you have to put in work in anything that you do. I don't mean physical work, I mean work, effort, ambition, wanting to grow, wanting to expand. So beautiful energy. I feel for this collective, you would feel that it's like you wrapped your mind around many ideas, what life is really about, what healing is really about. You've done a lot of self work, you've done a lot of self reflection, right? You've built a lot of stability in your life. But that thing, that heartbreak, it's something that you still don't necessarily understand. There are things that you still need to learn about matters of the heart, but not just, I'm seeing more, don't think about it like matters of the heart love. I'm seeing heart as a heart chakra. It's like the bridge. It's like this masculine energy. I always say this: masculine operate in bottom chakras, feminine operate more in a spiritual chakras, upper chakras, right? Those are our more vulnerable places, right? So this is where you're more like vulnerable for attack, let's say, right? So you would be, masculines would be more concerned with shame, with guilt, with lack of stability, with fear, and the feminines with lack of faith in their vision, in their connection to the divine, right? But they're showing me that this heartbreak, this heartache is more about the heart chakra. So the bridge, it's like you've really organized. You're like on the verge of really balancing that physical chakras, and you're ready. And I always say this, and I think I've done a video about this, like the bridge analogy. I think I've posted it on my YouTube, or I haven't, or I must. I have it in my drafts. It just came to my mind. How, on a divine journey, we start working through the physical chakras, and then we rise to that bridge, to our heart space. Our love rises right here. It's like this masculine, you're at this place, you're about to reach that peak of the bridge, to really, this last moment. It's like last element, sorry. You need to, there's a reason I said last moment. You need to, there's something within your heart, in a space of heart, wounding of a space of heart, that you need to heal. Be a broken heart that was caused by your person or by yourself rejecting your person. But I'm sensing there's more. There's like unclosed grief and loss and heartbreak. I'm hearing childhood, that maybe you've tried with that sword energy as well. Maybe you're an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You try to explain this to yourself with more like logic, with more like facts, and you haven't allowed to truly feel that, to truly heal that heart space. There's sorry, it's like things that you're learning about this right now. It's like you want to learn. So maybe you've also been exploring things and looking for information about heart chakra, healing heart chakra. Maybe you've been doing some meditations. And it's funny, I also, there's a reason I recently haven't been reaching for this deck in my readings. I love it. It's my favorite deck. It's Santa Muerte. But there's a reason for everything. And I grabbed this one, and the Page of Swords here often makes me think, because he's writing a letter, right? It is about learning. It is about, but it just came to my mind, maybe that's a detail for some of you. Maybe you've actually written a letter to someone that you've lost in your life, and it's a grief that you want to close out. It's someone that you miss, someone that, I always say this, whenever we lose someone in life, and it's a true soul connection, whether we lose them because they're not physically around us, or they just return home to spiritual realm, they're always with us. It's a true soul connection, soul mate or twin soul. They're always with us. So maybe they've been with you, they've been trying to send you signs, and you're like still reluctant to truly believe that and to talk to them in the moment. So maybe you decided to like write a letter, or maybe this is to your person, to really, maybe that's something, like that technique, maybe you've heard about this, that to write a letter to someone, to really let go, to really let go of the past and of grief. I think there's still fears. We have that devil energy, right? So there's still like fears within you that you're trying to work through. That nine of cups energy is the energy of, I want to find happiness within, right? I want to work on my happiness. I want to make sure that happiness is within me. It's like you understand now, this collective, that it's not a job of anyone or anything externally to give you peace, to give you happiness. It has to exist within you, right? No matter what happens externally. And you've been working on that peace, that happiness, that fulfillment. But Nine of Cups is Nine of Cups. It's beautiful, but it's not Ten of Cups. It's not the ultimate fulfillment, right? So it's like in this collective, there's something missing. And then there's fear over you. Ace of Swords, breakthrough, beautiful energy. That's what I said, breakthrough. You are in a moment of breakthrough. There's something within you that is still making you fear that you will not reach that Ten of Cups. So there's the one element missing. It's like you fear that there are certain things that you've been leaving for last, I'm hearing, that you want to work through. And those are the things that you're afraid that you're not going to be able to close out. We have Two of Cups, which is a beautiful soulmate energy, which it's making me think that that heartbreak of yours, it is over a soul connection. So you're still learning about maybe soul connections, maybe soul communication. I'm just hearing. So maybe you've been exploring, like whether you're connected to someone through red threads, like your twin. Maybe you've been trying to communicate telepathically. Maybe you're trying to decipher. I'm hearing that's I've never used that word. So maybe that's something that you would use, decipher their emotion and really tap into their energy. Maybe you've been trying to connect with them, but I feel like it's more. I feel like maybe there's someone else that you've been trying to talk to. With that leather and that closure. Hold on. The Emperor. The Emperor. We have the Hierophant and we have the Emperor. You're trying to approach this with masculine courage. You're trying to really ground yourself in that masculine energy. You're really trying to conquer your fears. It's like in the past, this collective, maybe you wouldn't recognize your fears. You would just think that it's part of the Two of Wands. It's part of the journey of life, right? You wouldn't actually, maybe you didn't even see yourself as a fearful person. You wouldn't even really be able to, like, it's like the energy of finding excuses, right? So whenever like you would be connected to your person, you would want to reach out, you would want to talk to them, you would want to be vulnerable, and then you would like remember that first spread, you would ghost, you would retreat, and you didn't, I'm hearing you didn't consciously see this as fear. I'm doing this because I have a fear of commitment. I fear this person is going to hurt me. It's like it was logical for you. You would be a very logical person, very in your mind. So it would be logical. It was like, it doesn't make any sense. We're not a good fit, right? Or no, it's just like my life is not now good for any other person, right? It's like you didn't know it was fear. You thought it was just your logic telling you what to do. You didn't recognize it as an emotion, as a shadow that you need to work through. You thought it was just your brain giving you the best advice. What is it that you need to do? And now you're trying to conquer those fears with that masculinity, with confidence, with it. You're really trying to face those fears. I'm seeing someone looking in the mirror. It's a team for certain collectives. So maybe you're actually doing that work. You're actually trying to build up your courage by looking at yourself in the mirror. And we've also done a collective. There's a reason it's coming to my mind, that was trying to connect with their divine counterpart, because I always say this, whenever we're close to union, we're so connected, right? And when I say close, I don't mean days. It's something that as well, like in a divine journey, because we're so impatient. It's like whenever we say it's close, it's like, oh, okay, so Monday? No, close means it can still be months, right? But it's like we're opening that door. I always say this, and in my visions, I always see this as, this like classical, like English house of like this rich family. Do you know what I mean? Like you open the gate and you still have a road towards the house, like with like oak trees and like a beautiful road that you still have to walk that road, but you're opening the door to the last chapter, right? It's this kind of energy. And whenever that happens, we're so telepathically connected that we literally see things through each other's eyes. So maybe you're building confidence when you look in the mirror. Maybe when you look in the mirror, you see your person right next to you talking to you. Maybe you start to see yourself with their eyes. So you look at yourself and like, damn, I'm sexy. Like, damn, I'm fine, because you finally understand that this is how they see you. Through that lens of self-love that you've built, you now understand how they see you, that you couldn't understand previously. Like how this person could want me, could see me, could desire me. Like I don't see this, right? And it's like now you're seeing this. We have a lot of, which is a confirmation. Remember I said 2 is important, so you would be seeing a lot of 2s, 222, 202. It's just this duality, it's just this balance is being. We have 2 of Wands and we have 2 of Swords. And that's on top of that 9 of Pentacles. I feel it's just like you're making better choices in life right now, this collective. You're making better choices when it comes to health, when it comes to life, when it comes to organizing your life, when it comes to eating, daily basis choices, right? So maybe you're choosing going to the gym instead of just staying in bed and scrolling through your phone. Maybe you're choosing to cook yourself a nice meal and read a book instead of going to party and drink with your friends like you used to. So it's like good choices. And now, because you have healed your heart, you're not seeing yourself and, oh, I'm getting old, or like I'm getting boring, my life is boring. But it's like you're finally appreciating that sense of peace, that sense of stability, the sense of routine. It's like for the first time in your life, you feel like an adult, you feel like a man, you have peace and structure in your life, and it actually feels good. You actually feel good about this. It's like you understand that to celebrate life, you don't have to, the celebrating life, it doesn't mean going out with your friends and clubbing and partying and getting back home drunk, but it actually means celebrate the fact that you're alive, that sun is shining, that you have a healthy body, that you can, have, I'm also hearing like new hobbies. I'm hearing things like maybe you were used to like ashamed to admit to your friends, which would be normal because masculines for a very long time you surround yourself with karmic connections and low vibrational energy. So maybe you're doing things that I'm hearing like reading books and maybe reading poetry that you would be ashamed to admit that was something that you like, and now you're just like finding yourself just laying in bed, and instead of denying things and partying, like I said, you just like prefer to cook a meal and read a good book and do some journaling. I am seeing this journaling, I'm seeing writing. So maybe you're someone, maybe you like to write, maybe you actually enjoy the sensation of writing, like writing letters. Maybe you're someone who's like very romantic and you occasionally like, why do people don't do this anymore? It's like you like handwriting. So maybe like letters, maybe you even like write poetry, or like you like drawing. I'm seeing like someone that it's like you enjoy the sensation of having that pen in your hand, and like whether that's journaling or whatever that is. All right, let's tap into your connection right now. Let's see where you stand in your connection. How do you feel in this connection? And then we're going to tap into the energy of your person. What's going on from your perspective? How do you see things? It's really beautiful. Balancing. That's your first card. 2, 2. Balancing. That's what I was sensing. You're balancing. Beautiful. You're achieving, I'm seeing 4 of Wands, internal balance. Yin and yang, balance of your internal masculine and feminine. Such a beautiful energy. Let me do 2 more for your first row. One more. One more. Whoop. All right. All right. So first, more for your connection. What's going on in your life, in mine? Oh my God, I don't know how to speak. Maybe you find yourself like not being able to find words in the context of this connection. We have balancing, which is beautiful energy. Number 38, maybe that's a relevant number. We have 38. Shut the front door. 22. This is important. This is important for this collective. Whether you were 22 when you met your person, or you live under 22, or the second of the second was important, this month is important. I always say this, like, look for meanings. Or maybe you met your person in 2022, or like on the whatever, the 22nd, the flat number 22, the H, whatever. It's important. It's been a theme throughout all that. We have 21 as well, and we have 65. Okay. Balancing, remorseful through actionable change, wants to undo the wrongs and do the rights. Understanding what you put in, you get out. Karmic justice. I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took from you more than you were able to give, and I used you for my own benefit. I now understand this, and this wasn't healthy and afraid and unfair to you. I'm sorry. So in this connection, in context of your person, you would be feeling like balance is needed. You're now finally understanding. Remember, we said maybe, and we have telepathy at the bottom of the deck, and I said this, you're trying to connect to this person. It's like you're trying to feel, I'm sensing more you're trying to feel how they feel instead of you trying to transmute how you feel. Do you know what I mean? It's like you would know about this telepathy. But you're finally finding yourself in a place of remorse. You finally understand. You're connecting the dots because you've done so much work, inner work. You're connecting the dots. You know that actionable change is needed. Like maybe in the past it was just words, it was just empty words, empty promises, and now you understand that in order to build a true relationship, actions need to be confirmed by words, need to be confirmed by action, right? It's like you want to undo the wrongs, you want to balance this relationship. It's like I'm trying to balance the scales. It's like you've been trying to balance the scales of your life, thinking about the fact that you want balance in this connection. Maybe you're a Libra. It just came to my mind. Paying karma as well. I always say this, masculines, they're not going to be allowed to return to the feminine until they understand karma, until they understand karmic depths, karmic patterns that they need to break, karmic relationships that they need to break and close out. So maybe now you understand that you've needed to balance your life, you needed to balance your karma before you would actually think about this connection. And the reason Libra came to my mind, but maybe some of you also like work, and when it comes to like justice for people who do wrong, or maybe that's something that you always wanted to do, just a detail that came to my mind. But it's also because Libras, and air sign in general, but Libras, they really need balance in their life, in everything, right? It's something very, very important to the nature of Libras and air sign. We have magical muse. So maybe this person is your muse. Maybe this person is your motivation. Maybe you still look at this person. Maybe you have photos of this person. I just saw someone, that may be a detail for some of you, but I just saw someone hiding like an imprinted photo of your person in that journal. So maybe that journal that you write in, whatever is it that you write in that journal, you actually have that photo of this person, or you use photo of this person as like a bookmark. It just came to my mind. But they're definitely your inspiration. It's like you still look at them like it's you who made me push. We have juggling. I'm having a hard time processing what happened between us and juggling my own personal responsibilities. I need time, space to deal with everything. I think this is what you're doing now. It's like you've found peace in so many areas of your life, but I'm hearing that maybe something happened recently to test you, right? It's like maybe Maybe in the past, in your last cycles, you had moments when you were about to reach out to your person, and that was the moment when something happened because it was actually a test that maybe you didn't recognize. They wanted to test you. Do you really know what you need to do internally? Because whether you're in separation or one day you will return to your person and you're going to start building your way to union, and one day even you're going to be in union in an actual relationship, there's always going to be something happening, right? So you have to be the juggler. You have to know how to. I always talk about the wheel of priorities, right? We have ourselves, we have our, mental health and physical health, and then we have our family, our partner, and we have our job, and we cannot have everything as a priority, but we have to know what is our key priority and know how to, through maturity and through communication, how to juggle this to kind of work together. So maybe there are certain things that you're still trying to like figure out. Maybe you're processing in your mind those lessons. It's like you're now understanding that those weren't blockers. Maybe in the past you took this as a blocker, right? I wanted to reach out to my person and this happened and now I can't, or whatever, and I lost some money, or I had like job issues, and now you understand that these were tests, whether you were ready. But because I think this collective, you would know, because you're sitting in the Hierophant, the Emperor. It's like you're really sitting in this masculine energy. And we have forgiveness. I think that those two key things, how you feel about this relationship. Yes, this person is your muse. Yes, you're thinking about, how you've organized your life, how your life was to be. Maybe the juggling was a blocker always for you. Maybe it's like you would always say that I cannot make this happen because I have so many things on my plate. But your key focus would be the forgiveness and the balancing, because in the balancing card, we also have understanding that what you put in, you get out, right? You actually now understand the karma. You understand, I'm hearing this collective law of attraction, that the vibration that you emit is what you get back. So you did not give enough to this person, and now you're remorseful. Now you understand, you want to undo the wrongs. There's this need for apology. It's like you want to talk to this person about the situation, and maybe you're thinking whether you know what I'm hearing? We're going to tap into this person's energy as well. But what I'm hearing is that for this collective, because this person is your muse, right? Because you're like watching this person, so you don't know where they are and where they stand when it comes to your relationship. We're going to tap into that energy in a moment. But I think you would know, I'm hearing that you would know that they would forgive you, that they're not someone who would hold grudge, who would yell at you, who would, if you reach out, who would like lash out on you, like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You have their forgiveness. I think that this collective, what you're worried about is whether that matters. Because sometimes, someone can forgive us and say, I have no remorse. I understand why you did what you did. I forgive you. And you didn't even have to ask me for that forgiveness. I have closure in my heart already, but I don't want to have anything to do with that, with you. And I think that is your fear, this collective. It's like there are things that even if this person has forgiven you, I feel that there are things that you want to talk about, you want to explain, because you want to undo the wrongs. You want to have that actionable change, right? Let's quickly do one more row, and then we're going to tap into your person, how they actually feel. Let's do 4 more. We have the Sanitize, number 35. We have Illusions. We have Areas. And we have Fulfilled. Acquiring knowledge. This is an important thing because we have that Page of Pentacles. Acquiring knowledge. You would be someone you like to learn, this collective, right? So maybe a very masculine energy, right? Very in your mind energy. But maybe you're someone who, yes, you're trying to tap into your intuition, but whatever you feel about something, whether that's like shadow work or whether that's like that mirror work, right? It's like you like to learn, you like to research, you like to actually have in written, I'm hearing, someone who's been through that. It's like having a book, it's more tangible to you than having someone said the same thing to you. And I'm also, it's a very beautiful, ambitious energy. I'm also seeing someone who's just like, you like to learn, the process of learning. So maybe now you're understanding that everything you went through, it was just a process of learning in life, right? It's not, I don't think you're someone that would like to be like, for whatever reason, I just saw this scene in Matrix when like Trinity calls, like, I need to ride this bike. Can you download how to do that into my brain? Maybe you like Matrix. I feel like this collective, you wouldn't like that. It's like you enjoyed the process of learning through acquiring knowledge and through mistakes. We have desensitized, emotionally detached due to fear or unwanted behaviors, feeling numb, suppressing feelings through either drugs, alcohol, or some other addictions and behaviors. The pain of our separation is tearing me apart. I don't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. Instead of working through the pain, I use and take whatever helps me to numb the pain. So I don't think you're in this energy anymore. This is on top of that balancing. This is something that you've balanced out. Maybe it's something that you still having a little bit of issues when it comes to forgiving yourself, or maybe you have to balance out that feeling that you really stand strong in where you are. You know, you're not going to go back into those behaviors. But it would be a thing for this collective. So maybe because of the pain of the separation, because of the pain of the connection, intensity of the connection in the beginning, you actually, there's a reason, because I was hearing this energy, remember, about partying and numbing your pain and going out with friends and drinking and actually feeling that this is fun, this is youth. And now it's like this mature energy. You understand that this was ridiculous and it's actually nice to be an adult, to have a clean house, to have a clean sheets, to be able to rest, to be able to read, to be able to read a good meal, right? But this would be a thing for this collective. So maybe in the past, whenever you felt too much pain, maybe you would drink a lot. I'm really looking at those pills. So maybe you would even, take some medication to like numb the pain. We have illusions. My obsessive thinking got the best of me. I allowed my emotions and others to control and dictate my actions towards our connection. I finally understand I need to trust my intuition. And we've mentioned this as well. And again, it's a very common thing that happens for masculines, right? That illusion of other people. So maybe this person always been your muse and you've always seen this person as, I'm hearing goddess, as your goddess, as your muse, as your princess. But because of the illusions, because of that toxic behaviors, that, substance abuse and just partying and karmic relationships, maybe they were like putting glasses on your eyes to see this person differently. Maybe they would, I talk about this in often when we talk about divine love and, karmic connections, that karmics, they tend to be sneaky. They tend to be like, they know what they're doing. It's like the nature of this person that is meant to block your intuition and your true vision. They don't go ahead and they don't honestly tell us, oh, I don't like this person, you shouldn't be dating this person because this and that. But they like plant the seeds of doubt within you, right? It's like they're not talking about this person, but they really know what they're talking about and what they're doing. So maybe it's like you're now sitting in this realization, how could I have allowed this? Like this person has been subconsciously and through red threads guiding me all the time through this connection. And I've just allowed myself to, we have areas. I always say this, you may be areas, your person may be in areas, it may be a detail, but I always say this is more about the traits. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. And we have impulsive, impatient, aggressive, mood swings, angers easily. So maybe that was something that influenced your connection. We have that as a confirmation for the juggling. So maybe you actually, you had a lot in your plate, and there was a frustration in your first energy as well. That's something. So frustration is a thing for anger, frustration. So that's something that you would struggle with. And it in my mind goes back to what I always say. We also discussed grief here. So anger is always unhealed heart, is unhealed grief and processed grief, right? So maybe you've realized that. Maybe this is actually, or you realize that now, this is actually how you connect the dots. If you have a blockage in your heart chakra, there's sadness, there's grief, there's unprocessed breakage in there. It's aggressiveness that comes out. So maybe you would struggle with a little bit with like being I didn't give you the numbers. 35, 43, 82, 28. Maybe maybe you would struggle with that, right? And maybe whenever you would have too much on your plate and too much to juggle, you didn't know how to organize your priority because there was no logic and organization to your life. It was chaos, and maybe those are the things that, you know, caused a lot of conflicts. And we have fulfillment. It's the last one. When I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as if I won the best prize of all. You exactly what I need and what I want in my life, which is beautiful. And it's making me feel of that 9 of cups, remember? But I think with this forgiveness, I think now you know this collective, this person is your fulfillment. This is the last cup. This is the cherry on top of your cake. This is something that without this person, I don't think you would ever feel like you would, you know, have that last element, like that 10 of cups kind of element. But it's this forgiveness. I think this is the doubt. I don't think it's actually, again, you're not doubting whether this person is going to forgive you. You're doubting whether it actually make any change. Like maybe you know that they've forgiven you long time ago. All right, let's tap into this person's energy. It might be a long reading again. I'm so sorry. But for, you know, whatever collective, if this is your reading, you will want to watch through the whole thing, right? That's one of the indications that this is your reading. And another thing I always say, I'm not here for views. I'm not here for likes and for followers. If my life was meant to play out to help one person or two people, it's good enough for me. So if that reading is going to be watched by one person and that person is going to say, wow, this helped me, my job here is done. Okay, we're doing the energy of your person. Confirmation. One more. Of your person in this connection. One more. One more. Distance. All right. First row, we have inner child healing. So that person definitely would have done a lot of number 23. I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection, but now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. Going inside to explore our authentic feelings and parts of us that have been rejected and labeled as inappropriate or too much by others, especially by our caregivers. So maybe this person's done a lot of inner child healing. Maybe because of your connection, they have actually started their journey of healing. They have awakened to that journey of healing. They went back into the past. I just heard past lifetimes as well. So maybe this person not only addressed the traumas and triggers of this lifetime, but also past lifetimes. So they definitely would be something that, and you would know this, it's that being a first card, you would know this, that they've done a lot of self-work, they've done a lot of healing, they've changed as well. We have false flame, which is interesting. I want to clarify this card, because I think maybe they came out together, right? You made me think I found the one, but they would cause you so much stress if they were. Would they cause you so much stress if they were? Wake up and realize our connection isn't the real deal. I think we're gonna confirm as well, but I'm hearing that there's just been a lot of insecurities without this person. So when they met you, because of how you were treating them, yes, it triggered a lot of healing within them. Yes, it forced them to do inner child healing, trauma healing, shadow work. But maybe because how you were treating this person, maybe they would go in and out often to think, is this really my person? And because you triggered so much growth, maybe for a very long time they thought maybe this is just a catalyst for my growth, for my awakening, but is it really my person? Would they be able to like treat me like this and to stay away? It might be painful to hear for this collective because you're in a very nice place right now, but maybe it's something that you have to accept. Maybe, it just came to my mind, maybe this collective, you see this person like your muse, like this. I'm sensing you see your person as this warrior. Like I don't know why I just heard like this warrior of light. maybe you see them as very strong, maybe you see them as very balanced, very stable, very like hard, like I will push through this, right? And maybe as you observe them, be it via social media or you do research through your friends, whatever that is, however you keep tabs on them, right? Maybe you always see them as just strong and positive and like just conquering this journey. And maybe you forgetting that they've been through a lot of pain. We have breaking barriers as well. Number 41. So realizing the truth with the understanding, you must push forward with the connection, removing obstacles that resulted in cultural differences, family situations, or sexual orientation. There are so many barriers stopping us from being together. I'm trying the best to become a better person so I can knock down the walls for you and eventually with you. I think this person is a fighter. There's a reason I was hearing warrior. I think they are a fighter. They are a warrior. They're a very strong character. And maybe one of their shadows was that they don't like to present, they didn't like to present vulnerable. Maybe they have, I just heard a father wound, maybe as that inner child healing. Maybe they were taught that, you know, crying is weakness, and saying that you struggle with something is weakness, and they've been trying to really present like they're doing okay. And maybe it wasn't just like a false presentation. Maybe they actually they're just barrier pushers. They just like, it's like I have this person, I'm connected to them, and this, I think what bottom line, I think what you need to hear, this collective, is that oftentimes, whether you want to accept it or not, you're forgetting how much confusion and how much pain you caused in this person's life. It's like, you know, this with this apology and wanting this apology, but I think there's a part of you that thinks that this person is so strong and so resilient and has such a good support system. Maybe that's also a thing. Maybe you know that this person is surrounded by like a good family and friends, and that you would forget. It's like, you know, you have to ask for apology, right? Because you've done wrong, but you forget how much soul-ripping pain and confusion you caused in this person. And it's like I'm getting emotional. It's like you have to acknowledge this, because I think you see this is the energy that I'm getting. I think you see this collective, they're so strong, they're muse, they're like a warrior, a fighter, they barrier breaker, but you're forgetting that they do it through pain, that they do it through heartbreak, that it's just like I feel you look at this a bit of a surface level still, and that's something that you need to know. There's a reason we're having this here, right? It's like, you know, you've caused pain because of actions, because now you understand that ghosting is not nice, that aggression is not nice, that ignoring someone is not nice, gaslighting is not nice, but it's still like just facts in the head. You're not understanding the pain that they needed to go through, because you see them as so strong and so resilient and so barrier breaker. Do you know what I mean? We have distance as well. Number 57. Even with this distance, I know we are never truly apart. We had an instant connection that can never be matched. I'll travel the world to get closer to you. So maybe when you met, this person was living in a different city, in a different country. Maybe they would travel a lot, with that kind of earth globe kind of energy, separated by state, countries, continents, or oceans, could have met in unusual circumstances while traveling, confirmation in an airport or a train station. And I was also looking at this, no distance would ever tear us apart. Maybe that's something that your person said to you. Maybe you met, like you were living in a different country, so maybe you still do in a different cities, and maybe your person would always say to you, it doesn't matter because I love you so much and I want to be with you. It's like, what's the problem? Like, we can move, we can make this happen. And maybe this has always been an issue for you, and it's always been something that would cause like an issue or insecurities even within you for whatever reason. We have Libra as well. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about our relationship, but it was really because I was scared of hurting you and scared of hurting me. Libra is important, balance is important very much for this collective. But what came to my mind is that I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind. It came to my mind. It's also something that happens oftentimes in divine connections. Divine Feminine, because she's so anxious, because she's often she has a father wound, often there's an inner child that needs to happen, she wants to present, like, right? And because she wants you to return, right? When we're wounded, we want you to return. So oftentimes what happens is that masculine, every few months or whatever that is, whatever's your pattern, when you're in separation, it can be longer, you come back after 2, 3, 5 months or a year, right? And if the feminine is still sitting in a wounded longing, we're like, oh, hi, how have you been, right? We don't want to lash out on you. We don't want to yell at you. We don't want to be like, how dare you, right? Because we're afraid of losing you, because we're sitting in so much pain and so much anxiety. We literally look at our phone every single day, we cry ourselves to sleep every single day. So even if it's been months, and you suddenly write to us a nonsense, nonchalant message, hey, what's up? I want to see you, right? We're not sitting in self-worth. So we're responding in the most receptive way as we can imagine, because we want you to return. We want to welcome you because we miss you so much, and we're sitting in pain and lack of self-esteem, right? But oftentimes it's what we're not supposed to do, because when we do that, what masculine thinks is like, okay, I've been thinking about this woman for all those months. I've been suffering, I've been in pain, I've been trying to numb my pain with a variety of distractions, and now I write to her and she's so nonchalant, as if she didn't notice that I was gone. It's like you expect us to be angry and we're not, and you get angry and you get wounded because we're playing games, because we're wearing masks, because we're wounded, because we don't know how to express ourselves. So maybe that's a thing for this collective. It's something that it's like you're missing. It's like you're not understanding how much pain you cause within this person, because they would always present like it's okay, it's fine, because they wouldn't want to add to your plate, because they would want to create this, because again they were wounded, they would want to create this environment of like, I love you, I want you to want to return to me, I don't want to lash out on you, I don't want to make your pain any bigger. Do you know what I mean? So they were trying to show you in so many ways that they're receptive and it's okay and they want you to come back, and you would take it as maybe they just didn't notice. It's like they're acting like they don't even care. That's that kind of energy. Let's quickly confirm. I don't think we're gonna have time. I think we're like at 7th part. This is crazy. Today's reading is crazy. Let's do one more row to confirm, and if we do have time, I'm just gonna pull a few. All right, one more confirmation of what I already said and what I already hold on. All right, we have a runner that's on top of that inner child healing. We have self-love that is on top of that false flame. We have past life. This is what I was seeing. Remember when we said inner child healing, I was seeing past lifetimes as well. It's like this person knows you shared past lifetimes. I would say they have remembrance of that, which is another confirmation. Well, I know this already. This is a divine love, right? This is very divine love energy. But it's like this person, it's a thing for this person. It's important. So they would maybe do a past life regression. Maybe they have remembrance or flashes from their past lives that they also needed to heal, lives that you spent together. This is this breaking barriers. This is this warrior energy. So maybe they are strongly on that journey of really healing, not just this lifetime, but other lifetimes. No matter what happens, there is this strength in this person. Well, divines are very strong individuals, right? But there is this warrior energy in this person. And I think this is something that you need to know. And this is something you confused. You would see this person as like always positive, always breaking barriers, always fighting, and you took it as it's like they don't care about you. It's like because they weren't externalizing their pain, you thought they weren't feeling pain. And this person is just a person, and I'm getting emotional again, that through the worst soul pain they will just push, because this is how they understand that life is about. And that's what you're missing, this collective, in this equation, to truly understand that you don't have to apologize just for the fact that you disappeared. What you have to apologize is for the pain, soul-ripping pain that you've caused. But this person would have forgiven you at this point. and you would have forgiven yourself. It's a thing that you're sitting in your hierophant, right? So you would know this. It's just like you're forgetting this. It's like you've missed, it's an element of this journey that for whatever reason, it's like it escaped you. It's like, you've done wrong to this person, but I think you may be seeing this more like I've neglected them, I've humiliated them, I've ghosted them, but you're not really understanding the level of the pain, because they were never presenting, really externalizing this pain. But I can confirm you, my dear masculine, from my own experience and my own journey and working with divine love and with divine feminines, the pain we go through cannot be understood, comprehend by anyone who has not been through this journey. It's a soul ripping pain. It's like seeing the other half of your soul and suddenly they're being like ripped away from you. It's the emptiness, it's pain, it's crying yourself to sleep, it's howling every day, is wanting to return home, it's not understanding what's going on through all the nonsense of activations and kundalini awakening. We're so alone in this that we'll literally just struggle with thoughts of wanting to end this and go back home and find peace. There's a meaning of this, there's a sense of this is how it has to happen, but it's a horrible pain that one day we grow to appreciate, because we understand that through pain you grow. But part of our shadow and our armor is not wanting to show you that pain, because we feel it's going to repel you and we want to attract you when we're in a wounded energy, right? That would be a thing for this for this collective. That's something you're missing. Self-love, past life, and we have settling and satisfied, feels alone while with someone, wants, needs, desires being chronically unmet, accepting less, what you deserve and what doesn't exactly sit with you. I'm hearing two things with that thing. One, with that distance and with that traveling, right? I feel maybe this person, they went through experiences when they actually settled, when they actually, settled for love, settled for certain things in life, and they finally realized at one point that they don't want to settle anymore, they don't want to do this. Maybe they realized what's really important in life, and maybe this is why they would have this attitude when they met you, like, you live in different countries, it's fine, I will move. You live in a different city, it's fine, I will move. And you didn't understand that because you were still in your wounded karmic matrix kind of masculine world, right? And you didn't understand how someone would, it's suspicious, right? Why would when people do that? It's normal. Like, what is distance? It's just like one planet. It doesn't matter. For things that are part of our path, are part of our fulfillment, are part of our happiness, how wouldn't we move? It's so petty, but you didn't understand that point of view. I think this person understood the pain of settling, right? So that's the one thing that I'm hearing, and they knew that for a life of fulfillment they would do anything. And this is where this warrior energy is coming from as well, that you never understood. And the other thing that I was hearing with the settling is that one of their biggest lessons through inner child healing, through understanding the runner and the chaser, the anxious and the avoidance, I think that was a thing, and maybe without them knowing, they realized through inner child healing that they were running away as well. It's like you were running away in the physical. I always say this, masculine runs away in the physical, but it's because the feminine runs away from things in the 5D, right? So maybe your person understood that. But I'm also sensing that one of their bigger lessons is that they were so attached to you, but you were just like breadcrumbing them. You weren't giving them what they actually wanted, and without them knowing, it was settling as well. So maybe part of their journey was just to be happy, to fight for happiness. And you would see that happiness, observe this happiness for months or for years, and you would confuse this with not feeling the pain, because maybe you didn't understand that it's actually possible to just feel a soul-ripping, horrible pain, but in the same time, just to try to get up in the morning at least once a week and be like, I'm just going to choose to be happy. I'm just going to choose to be happy. And we have that false love on top of that false flame. I think this person was going in and out, and they were hesitant Are you a divine? Are you a false flame? How could this person be my person? They treat me so poorly. They forget about me. They don't think about me. They disappear for months or years on end. They had to sit in this energy until they truly found self-love. And I always say this, there's a reason I recorded this beautiful message about love for you guys when I started this reading. I uploaded it separately, thank God, because this is the longest reading ever. It's that when we truly sit in a place of self-love, we heal our shadows and we heal our traumas. We start to understand that true love is pure. Our masculine doesn't have to be with us in the physical for us to know that we love them, that we love you, that we will always love you, that we have always loved you, and that love gives us strength because we no longer want anything from you. We no longer have expectations. We no longer, want you to do certain things for us, because true love is unconditional. There's no condition. We love you no matter what you do. Yes, we have self-love, so we choose to put in boundary and say, if you're not in your divine masculine, I'm not interested. If you're not able to offer me the world, because the world is what I deserve, right? But when your person entered this true self-love, beautiful, maybe your person like stuffed animals, it just came to my mind, this beautiful energy of self-love, they truly understood, no, this is not a false flame. This is my flame. This is my divine love. But now I truly understand what's the purpose of this. It's not a love story. It's not a story of passion and magnetic pull. It's a story of me finding my purpose, me having that reflection to truly heal my inner child wounds, to truly heal my past life traumas, to this lifetime achieve my full potential. This was a beautiful reading. Truly, truly, truly long. I am so sorry for that. But again, for the right collective, if it's truly yours, you will get that through all the parts. I hope this was helpful for at least one person. I hope you had, again, an amazing Valentine's Day. Heal that broken heart. That's the last element for this collective. So really dive deeper into that heart chakra and see what's in there. Address that. And I wish you all the best. I love you so incredibly much. Have an amazing weekend.